automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So an 82-yard drive there. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown.
Ooh, that came back and made the touchdown. That made the tackle. He didn't rock that nigga shit. He been hanging out with cocaine after class. There's a guy on my team, his name is Cocaine.
A quick pass to the left.
And there you see the line that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up. And that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. And the Badgers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Working that left side now. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The give to the back. He's
good
knocked
tackle
behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. The Badgers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on 2nd down. Let's it fly. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. We really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd and long, a check down will be the last resort. They bring him down at the 44-yard line. It'll be 4th down, but this might be prime territory. And the Badgers line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll get him
whatever makes you feel better.
They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Complete to the right. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve.
Turning it on! And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Fires to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a great thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
I don't know how the defense allowed that guy to get so wide open. Obviously, he's got tons of speed. We know that. But you've got to key on him and at least have 2 people running with him deep down the field. That time, that must have been a coverage bust because he was way too open.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. 1 for 2 on 4th down attempts so far, and we will get a 3rd attempt here.
Totally embarrassing.
They'll move the wide receiver. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Caught behind the line. It's Meadows. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go back to the ground. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost in that.
Looks pretty real to me. If you wanted real, could I do this? Or this? If it were real, that would have been agonizingly painful. Now what's this? That's quite enough, boys. Thank you to Professor Primmbottom and his invigorating lecture on how to just say nay. And now, without
Tide generating momentum. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. Crimson Tide now has it on 2nd down as we open the final period. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Crimson Tide now has it on 2nd down as we open the final period. Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
He's got it still on his feet. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on 4th down. Trying to run it in. He didn't get there. 4th and goal from the 1, and they are stuffed. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. They've got him pinned back in a world of trouble, and listen to this crowd coming through. They'll go to the ground. It's another safety. Can you believe this? 2nd of the game.
These offenses, sometimes when they get pressed and they know they got to go fast and they got to put points on the board, sometimes they get a little bit reckless, and they do right here. They give up the safety. Now down multiple possessions and kicking off. The chances of them winning just went way down.
After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Finding open areas. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. A really disappointing end of that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
There he goes. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. They'll give it to the back. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They want that clock to run. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Quick strike complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The offense changing the play. Gets the back moving. On 4th down, looking to pass. He's got it. First down and more. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Defense makes the stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bama! These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Missouri has the lead right now. Columbia has just been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 4 over Army. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. First play of this drive comes from the 27. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's got him. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to fire on 2nd down. What a spectacular grab there as a game with a little something to feel good about. The Badgers want to pick up the tempo. Double time, hustling to the line. They spike it to stop the clock.
It's on you, baby. I'm not really paying attention to you.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He wants it all. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
That's kind of what this offense has done all day. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
With the clock running, this should be the final play. The inside handoff. And after the short run, the clock hits zeroed, and we are all wrapped up here. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear.
That's also you all pieces.
I'll watch. What is it for it does? Yo, booty.
Booty.
Right. Oh, you're Christmas fires and besides cars.
Nice jets, new freaks, cooperating with the new king of far, far away.
Then you're the king of those kids, stupid.
Okay, right. So tell me, where is you're telling me you don't know where Shrek is? So you do know where he is? Get rid of this new king, right? But bring Shrek to me. Something special to him. I know it's not all going to be fun and games. It really is all fun and games, but sure you have to land a few heroes, launch a ship, but by the way, make sure you get the boat just right princesses and castles. Princesses. Fortunately, you have the wonderful business. Oh yeah? What do they do? Taste the food before the kids. Make sure it's not poison or too salty. Don't worry about it. Safe and sound. Look at that. Slightly covered salt. Really gotta make sure it's staying down there on that is part of the bullshit. Really? The whole kingdom would look to you for wisdom. Yes. Just make sure you're there. Okay. Rolling the fist-through swords. Wrestling sword head. You are one fucking getting it. You don't want party here getting the wrong idea. Okay.
Big-time stakes as we approach the end of the season. Goal positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only if you find a way to win. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Texas A&M's offense will take the first swing of the game.
Also, what's your penis? Who knows? If you can stand you up for anything, well, it isn't. You're away. One way or another. And you're going to be a bum. This is fun. You're bastard. Hey, you're going to be kidding. Hey. Where do you think you're going?
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Motion from the back. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. What a nice play on the pick. Didn't find much running room. They'll let it slide. They've got it at the 29. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Trying to take it back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Guys, let's talk here for just a second about Missouri. Been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is now, can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next one?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45. A lot of times, so many people close together. So
catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Touchdown, Tigers. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Trying to start the drive with a pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And that is the way you set the tone. Man, early and often. Here in the first quarter, getting your first sack. Nice job by this defense. They had 4 last week.
This is the one that old boy be complaining about. Oh, he be skipping me and shit.
And he'll try to throw for it. And the pressure is
You know,
coming in.
it's a different season.
This
I'm
quarterback
just gonna get it done so that he can shut the fuck up.
This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush. But with his speed and his flexibility, he's too much for a lot of these offensive linemen to handle.
He'll field the punt and take it back. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. From the gun, looking for a man. Quickly to the tight end. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And the Tigers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They go to the ground. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
To the air on first down. Got it set up on the outside. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Wide receiver going in motion. Give to the running back. Pull down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. 3rd down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Pulls and fired complete. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. That's it for the period, and Missouri has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the 2nd. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Missouri! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5.
I go to the
Increase in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
You wouldn't be able to fucking come up on that shit if it was extensions, though.
Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing
Sold
by
that shit into your
14.
scalp.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively.
Oh, he's got some space. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him the first down. And the Aggies headed quickly to the line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays.
You need to finish this Missouri game.
A little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something.
He's got it up the night.
Nice catch.
And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Really good job there on the pitch and catch. You think about Texas A&M and their ability to recruit receivers in recent years. It's been about as good as anybody, I think. You think about names like Mike Evans, Christian Kirk. They're getting guys not just in the state of Texas, but nationally that want to come to College Station and they want to catch passes in this offense. They knows they gives them a chance to play on Sundays, and this guy, I think, is going to be one of those guys that we're seeing playing in the league.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Right back to the well. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by game tackling.
And I really don't understand the play call. Palmer, like 3rd and long, and they're not trusting their quarterback. Does this say something about their quarterback moving forward? We'll get to that as the game progresses. But, man, I just think you got to trust your quarterback, and you got to pass the football on 3rd down.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down.
Baby, I've had a whole week with you. Don't sit there with that shit.
They'll leave it with him. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making adjustments. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. From go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. Bringing the heat. Under pressure and down he goes at the 33. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fakes the grab. Ball by himself down the middle. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
That is exactly what this offense needed to do. We talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before half. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. No good. After the miss, the lead is still 4.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. A pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks left on the clock. They've got a chance to steal some points here late in the half.
that's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
And if nothing else, a notable first half so far in College Station.
Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in this second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Finds a man on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Fires to the big fella. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run it from the gun. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to Pater. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Might be changing the route. Trying play action. And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on fourth.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. He caught it, and he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. Trying to surge it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Baylor is getting its clock clean today. That crowd was chanting "sick 'em" in the pregame, but they're saying some other things right now. They're trailing by 14 to TCU. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or...
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. On the nasty move, and now three down the middle. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Aggies.
How about that? The second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest.
The pressure gets to him. Quarterback is sacked, and the two-point attempt is denied, and the lead stays right where it is. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. The give to the back. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's a nice job on this defense. Obviously backed up against it. Time running out. Got to get the football back. 2 good plays. Now third down. I stay aggressive. Have to come after him. If they decide to throw the football, so be it. But stay aggressive. Get that football back for your offense.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They kick it away on fourth down. Hauls it in at the 40. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
The kick is on its way. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Fires to the big fella. Turns it on in midfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
Takes the easy one to the back. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. They'll run it from the gun. Breaks into the open. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Operating in the red zone here on second down. To the ground with the back. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. Wants to throw on first down. And a sack all the way back at the 5. Texas A&M going quickly.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second and regroup before running this next play.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. He's now over 150 yards receiving, and the Aggies ready to go whoop.
Yeah, ready to go whoop, ready to celebrate. They're excited. And listen, when you can find these playmakers that you feature and you consistently feature, this is when Aggies go nuts. They go crazy because their offenses are fun, exciting.
Looking to throw on first down. On target over the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets open down the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Shoots it to the left. Rolls it in. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. Just keep slinging it. Touchdown, Aggie. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty flag down, and I think the offense is going to pick up the first down. The defense was offside. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but better job by the hands team falling on the football.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, though.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this third down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
To use its first timeout of the half. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Leaves it with the running back. He gets enough for the first down. Crowd is silent. Chains are moving. Clock still going. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead.